Hello everyone and welcome to this very special online meet and greet right here on YouTube Live and presented by Tokon Shop Global. My name's Chris Charlton and over the next hour or so, none other than Minoru Suzuki will be here to take your questions and comments and to sign some fantastic merchandise. Merchandise that is still available all the way through the program today. Just hit the link in the description box right below and you'll be taken to a page where you can pick up your Suzuki-gun merchandise to be signed by Minoru Suzuki here today and to leave questions and comments. Now, we already have fans from 9 countries and 4 continents all over the world all lined up to ask questions to Minoru Suzuki. So we might not get to your name or your comment today, but we do absolutely promise that we will have every purchase signed by Minoru Suzuki and sent on to you at a later date. So we have some fantastic goods for you here today, some of which available right now, some of which available for pre-order, which will be signed a little bit later on, and we'll get to that explanation. But to talk about the goods here today, why don't we ask the man himself? He is a former IWGP Tag Team and Intercontinental Champion, a former 2-time Never Openweight Champion, the boss of Suzuki-gun, and the king of professional wrestling, Minoru Suzuki. Ladies and gentlemen. Suzuki-本日よろしくお願いいたします。
日本語喋れんじゃないか。
じゃあ早速商品を紹介したいと思います。So let's talk about the goods that we have in store for us today. And let's start, we have it all displayed up here for you. But let's take a look first at this on the right of your screen. The 2021 Suzuki-gun T-shirt. じゃあ鈴木選手、まずは2021のSuzuki-gun T シャツの説明をお願い。
これはこう持っていいのかな。
はい。
急に。そうなの。これは鈴木軍2021年でなんと10周年ということで、いろんなデザインの T シャツを作ってきたけど、一番最初に作った鈴木軍の T シャツと、全く同じデザインのものをリメイクというか、もう一度、再販という形で作りました。で袖に10周年の証の、鈴木軍と X、 それと、10年前と何が違うっていうとプリントがラメはい、このラメの配合は自分でやったんでうまくいってるかどうか、ちょっとレインボーとシルバーと混ぜてやりました。それとね、背中がこれと10年前と何が違うかっていうと、日本国内の商標登録が取れた証ということでそうこれではい。
Right. So this is actually, for fans may know, that 2021 is the 10th anniversary of Suzuki-gun. So the idea behind this t-shirt was to go back to the origins. It's absolutely original Suzuki-gun design, but we've also got the Suzuki-gun X marking 10 years logo on the sleeve. Also, Suzuki-gun is now a registered trademark of Minoru Suzuki. So we have the registered trademark line there, and hopefully the camera can pick this up, but the print isn't just white, but it's lame in rainbow and silver, and Minoru Suzuki did that design himself, and it really does shine. It sparkles, so it looks really, really awesome. So that's one of the items that we have in store today. The t-shirt today is available in sizes from S all the way up to 5XL, and it costs $65, and that includes the meet and greet fee and the signature by Minoru Suzuki. ありがとうございました。
じゃあ、それともう一つ。
はい。
もう一つ。アメリカとか海外でたくさん鈴木軍の、非公認というか偽物の T シャツいっぱい出回ってるんで、これだけです。公式なオフィシャルな T シャツは今これだけなので、そこがこの T シャツの一番の売りなので。
Right, so there's a lot of, well, let's say bootleg Suzuki-gun designs out there because Minoru Suzuki is so popular. This is the only official Suzuki-gun t-shirt. So if you see anything else, don't accept any imitations. This is the real deal, right here, available today on Tokon Shop Global. Okay, so next up we have, not on the back because it's so huge and awesome looking, right here on the front of the desk, the Suzuki-gun flag style bath towel. この旗風のタオルデザインについて。
これ旗風ね。
旗風ね。
日本語で言うと旗風なんだけど。はい。鈴木軍の初期の頃使った旗がある。よく昔で言うと高道のとかでスペラードがこうよく集合写真で広げてたあれと全く同じ大きさのタオルを使用し、作ったタオルですバスタオル。
So this is the same Suzuki-gun banner that you've perhaps seen over the years, held up by such luminaries of Minoru Suzuki, like Taka Michinoku, like Taichi and the current members, and it's exactly the same design as that massive, awesome flag. So you can use it as a towel, you can use it as a banner, however you like to use it. And the Suzuki-gun towel is $80 here today, and that includes your meet and greet participation fee. では次は the Minoru Suzuki original towel. 鈴木選手の完全版デザインですね。
まあ完全版という一応名前はついてるけど、俺が入場するときに頭からかぶってるバスタオル、そのものです。全く同じもの。はい、真っ黒で、金のゴールドの刺繍が入ってる。ただこれだけ。
So that's exactly identical to a T, the very same towel that Minoru Suzuki wears over his head for the entrance to his matches, with the signature black and gold there. And the Minoru Suzuki bath towel is $85. That includes your meet and greet participation fee today. So those are the items that are already available for purchase. We also have a pair, well, one pre-order item in two different colors. And that's the 2021 Gotch style pile driver t-shirt, available on pre-order and as worn by Minoru Suzuki himself here today. じゃあ続いては Gotch style pile driver の T シャツ。
T シャツ、毎年ゴッチスタイルパイルドライバーという俺の必殺技の、T シャツをデザインして出しているんだけども、これが2021年今年のモデルになります。で真ん中にこのヘビを連れてきたのは、ヘビのようなスリーパーホールドで締め上げてパイルドライバーでとどめを刺すという、そんなイメージでこのデザインにしました。後ろは俺自身がヘビに絡まれてるデザインになってる。これ思いついて作ってる時、ああ俺天才だなと思ったな。
Okay, so this is what we see here is a visual representation of the finish of Minoru Suzuki's matches. So just like a snake coiling around its opponents, that rear naked choke, that sleeper hold gets applied to you, and that's what's seen over the Gotch style pile driver lettering. And then on the back, Minoru Suzuki himself is turning into a snake and pile driving his opponent. So there you go, it's the visual representation of the strength of the snake squeezing the life out of his opponents and then giving them that pile driver. So there we can see the Suzuki-gun pile, the Minori Suzuki.
この T シャツは、ちょっと技術的なこと言うと2種類のインクを使って文字とヘビとインクが違うのでちょっと分かるのかな映像で。ちょっと光沢があるのと、あとは、マットな感じなのとちょっと組み合わせになってるんでいろいろ面白いシャツにはなってる。白も同じですね。文字の方が光沢あってこっちが艶消しになってる。
With both the black and the white, it's a different style of ink that's used to print both patterns. So you really get, certainly sitting next to it, you get a real feel of the different textures of the design. It looks really sort of 3D and super cool there. Okay, so the Suzuki, the God Star Pile Driver t-shirt, again available in sizes S all the way up to 5XL. They are $65 and they are available in white and black, as you can see. Now those are pre-order items, so those will be shipped in May and they will be signed after the fact today. The items on sale today will be signed by Minoru Suzuki today, and the pre-order items will be signed a little bit later on. Now, all the items that we introduce here will be shipped from our US office, and those will be sent out in early May, so please be patient about that. じゃあ、それでは I think we've kept everybody waiting long enough. Thank you for your patience. Let's now get the meet and greet part of the stream started. So, first of all, as we run through our names here, we have Ryan from Iowa, and he has picked up a Minoru Suzuki, the original, the Kanzen design towel. So, Ryan's getting that signed. No comment from Ryan, but thank you very much for your purchase. There we go, right up on there. And next we head over to James from Pennsylvania, who's picked himself up a Suzuki Gun 2021T. Thank you very much, James.
James?
James. Yes.
James.
James. Okay, and our first question, Jeff from Florida has another Minoru Suzuki towel. And he says, thank you for taking the time to do this. Hopefully sometime soon after the pandemic, we'll have a chance to meet Minoru Suzuki in person. His question, who haven't you wrestled yet that you would like to?
まだ試合の戦いたい選手。
そうですね。
2人いるかな。
Whoa, if you can go up to two.
1人は、やっぱり子供の頃このプロレスというのを目指した時の気持ちが残ってるんで、ハルク・ホーガンと試合がしたいですね。ぶっ飛ばしたいですね。それともう一人は最近現役に復帰していろいろ話題振りまいてるんで、できるできない別としてマイク・タイソンと異種格闘技戦をやりたいなという希望は持ってる。そのコンディションをしっかり作ってこれから先も行こうかなと思ってますけど、できたら面白くない？
面白いですね。
みんな見たいでしょ。鈴木みのる対マイク・タイソンとは思ってるけど。
Okay, so Suzuki Senseiがサインしながら英訳します。So he has two. First of all, somebody he always watched as a child, and he'd love the chance to beat up would be Hulk Hogan, and then another man who's getting in shape for coming back to a mixed martial arts fight would be Minoru Suzuki versus Mike Tyson. If everybody can get in, if Mike Tyson can be in good enough shape to take on Minoru Suzuki, then we'd love to see that match. Okay, next up we have Rish from Brandenburg over in Germany. He says a big thank you for being his favorite wrestler. He's met you a lot in London and in Dublin and hopes you will come back soon. He's even got a Suzuki Gun tattoo, believe it or not. And his question, he bought some fishing lures for you as a present at a Red Bro show recently. And do you still do lure fishing?
釣りはまだやってますよ、もちろん。何日か前もこっそり行ったし。
Right, so Suzuki does still fish, and he went out just a few days ago. He has to sort of sneak out and sneak away. Thank you, Rich, for your GSPD t-shirt, which will be signed later, as well as your Minoru Suzuki towel and your Suzuki Gun t-shirt.
アメリカで行ってみたいよね。アメリカで有名な湖とか、バスフィッシングをしに行ってみたいなとは思うけど。
Yeah, so he'd love to go to a lot of sort of famous fishing spots in America. anytime he gets the chance. So, if you know any famous fishing spots, please introduce them to Minoru Suzuki.
でもアメリカの人たちが思ってるようなバスフィッシングのスタイルとはちょっと俺がやってるのは全然違うジャパンオリジナルのスタイルなんで、こいつ何やってんだって多分思うだろうけど。
Oh, so there's different styles of fishing depending on if you're Japanese or if you're in America. And American bass fishing is very different to Japanese bass fishing.
どっちかというとバスフィッシングっていうのはいろんな状況に合わせてそのバスに合わせて水深変えたりとかルアーを変えたりとかするんだけど、そういうものがなく、何十年も昔のタックルでルアーもこんな大きさのやつで自分の都合に魚を合わせる、魚の都合には一切合わせないという釣り方がじゃあ日本発祥でちょっとあって、でその釣り方がすごく好きで、基本的には釣れないです。魚の都合には一切合わせない。釣れないけど、まあ釣れたら楽しいという。
So lots of American fishers will tend to go very hardcore with changing their lures depending on the condition, changing baits. Minoru Suzuki's Japanese style is to go very old school and have the same lure that he's had for tens and tens of years, decades and decades. And really, it's up to the fish whether they come or not. But it's the journey and not the destination, I think. Okay, so next up we have a couple of pre-orders for the GSPD shirt. Steve in Las Vegas and Brody in Ohio. We will sign those later, but thank you very, very much. And up next we have Chris from Illinois, who has a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. Oh, and we should say that right, we have a lot of Tokon Shop stuff here, and if you're coming over from Japan, if you're a Japanese customer heading over to the Tokon Shop Global, some confusion in the comments perhaps. Everything on the Tokon Shop website is in English, but please understand, run it through Google Translate. I don't know, you'll be able to get there. Okay, so as we continue here, Bevan in New York has a Suzuki Gun t-shirt.
これ日本人が質問してきてるってこと？
日本人の質問も後でありますが、
それはいいよ、みんな原宿もいいよ。
You can come over to Harajuku. Or just run Google Translate through your Tokon Shop Global. So we do want to remind everybody, all the merchandise we're talking about today is still available. Hit the link in the description below. We now head over to Isaac in New Mexico, who has a Minoru Suzuki towel to be signed. Thank you very much. And up next from Pennsylvania, I'm trying to read your nickname, Bezeep, I hope it's something like that. And her question, originally in Japanese, she says, I see the pictures you take on Instagram every day of your stance socks, today's stance. And I was wondering, do you have a favorite pair of socks? She loves the red socks with the little sparrows on.
好きな靴下スタンスのソックス自体はもう何年ぐらい前だろう、6年7年ぐらい前にたまたまちょっと知り合いに面白いのがあるよと言って紹介してもらって、で自分で個人でアメリカから輸入していっぱい履いてるうちに日本の代理店ができて、で日本の代理店の人が俺のこの自己満足の Today's Stance っていうインスタグラムにずっと上げてるやつを見て、なんで毎日上げてんですかってなって、いや好きなんですよっつって、それで今やスタンスを日本で一番売る小売店になってるの、パイルドライバーが今うちが一番売ってるんで、まあ、好きな靴下は花柄が好きかも、もしかしたら 花柄が多いと言いながら今は今日はキャプテンアメリカだったりします。
おお。So as we head over to our signature there, thank you for your purchase of the Suzuki bath towel. So Stance, Minoru Suzuki came in touch with Stance about 6-7 years ago, and then got in touch with being able to sell those socks in Japan from the American company, and they're actually one of the most, they're the hottest seller in Minoru Suzuki's Pile Driver store. And so since then, he's been posting just the socks he wears every day. So, you know, he kind of likes the sort of character designs, and as you've seen, the Captain America is here for us today representing. Okay, so up next we have a Minoru Suzuki towel from Benjamin in Pennsylvania. Thank you very much. And Chris in LA has a Hatafu towel, the flag design. Damon over in New York has ordered a Suzuki Gun tee. Thank you very much, Damon.
でもあれだよね、日本のファンもアメリカとか海外のファンも質問してくる内容基本的に一緒だね。
It's a lot of the same questions. Maybe, you know, who knows? There might be some shockers later on. Let's see, Mac in New York, the Suzuki towel. Thank you, Mac. And next up we have Natalie in Washington, who has the Suzuki towel. We'll pass that over. And she has a comment. She would like Minoru Suzuki to say hello to her and her son. Her son's name is Alex, and they've really missed going to the wrestling events together while COVID has been going on. So they can't wait for the pandemic to end so that they can see you live.
言うの書くんじゃなくて
If you could say hello, Alex.
アレックスね
Alex.
Hello.
嬉しいと思います。Ryan from New York, thank you for picking up a Suzuki Gun tee.
ニューヨークまた行きたいな。
Next up we have Martina from Pennsylvania with her Minoru Suzuki towel. She says she's one of your biggest fans. Your confidence and badassery make me feel strong even when I'm at my lowest. You bring me joy every time you're in the ring as well. Please be safe and take care of yourself. Martina, thank you very much.
これ質問じゃないよね。
質問じゃないです。応援コメントですね。
ありがとうってことだよね。
Thank you. We next head on to Christine in California with the flag style towel.
Thank you.
And Dan in Texas. There's Minoru Suzuki. Dan. Texas. Okay, next up, let's head to a new country. Gerard in Cork over in Ireland has a GSPD shirt for pre-order. And his question, an interesting one, how do you think you versus Brock Lesnar would go? I think it'd be an amazing matchup. He says you're incredible. I can't wait to see what else you would do in the future.
Suzuki
Brock Lesnar.
と戦ったら、
どういう戦いだ？
どういう戦い？そうだね。でかいしね。どうなるんだろう。とりあえず俺は殴る。いやブロックレスナーであろうと、他の団体の世界的有名な選手であってもまあ一緒だね。あとは全然なんだろう、小柄な小さな選手であってもどんなインディープロモーションの選手であっても戦い方は一緒。殴る。
So Brock Lesnar is certainly a big boy, but the idea would be just to first to beat the crap out of him. Really, it doesn't matter what wrestler it is, whether it's a big promotion, a tiny indie, a big name, or an up-and-coming star. The approach is always the same. Really to hit and hit hard. That's the idea. Doug in New Hampshire with the Hapafu towel.
でもあれだよね。幸せなことに。ファンというよりも世界中のいろんな選手が試合をしたい、戦いたいって言って連絡をたくさん今もくれるんで、そんなにみんな俺に殴られてるのかなとか。
Minoru Suzuki is in such high demand from wrestlers and promotions all over the world that he's surprised that so many people want to get beaten up, but that's the way things are.
それはね、若いヤングな選手だけじゃなく、ベテランなもしくは世界的な知名度をもうすでに持ってるのにこいつとやりたいっていう選手も言ってくれたりとかするんで、実際ねなかなか交渉してもうまく折り合いつかなくて実現に至らなかったのもいくつもあるんで、まあ名前聞いたらみんなってびっくりするようなね。
Yeah, there's lots of people. It's not just young stars, but of course big names that all want a piece of Minoru Suzuki, and sometimes the timing doesn't work or circumstances don't work out. If we were to sit down and go through that list of names, your eyes would pop out of your head. There's some incredible names in there. But we're actually going to go to Japan. So our first person from Japan, Rowan over in Aichi, has a flag-style towel and says, "Thank you for the single-mindedness of your beautiful violence." A very artful comment.
Beautiful violence. Violence おかしいだろな。英語おかしくない？そうなんでもバイオレンス、プロレスでバイオレンスという言葉は俺はアブドーラ・ザ・ブッチャーという昔の選手と一緒にタッグを組んでやってた時があって、その時に教えてもらった言葉。プロレスのファンはお金を払ってバイオレンスなものを見に来てると。だから俺は狂気で相手を刺すんだって俺に言ってくれたことがあって、そうか、あんだけ伝説的な選手なんで、そういうことを教えてくれるんだ、じゃあ俺はどうやったらバイオレンスに見えるって聞いたら、大丈夫だ、あんなに楽しそうに人を殴るのはお前だけだ、そのままでいいって言われたことがある。
So actually the first person to teach Minoru Suzuki about violence was Abdullah The Butcher, who's in a tag match with him long ago, and said, imparted the wisdom that people who buy a ticket to a wrestling show want to see something violent. They want to see something that embodies violence. And so Minoru Suzuki was wondering, how can I sort of embody that violence? And Abdullah says, well, you're right, there's not many people on the planet that look like they're having fun while they're beating people up like you do, so you should be fine. So a comment from a legend there. Andrew in Pennsylvania, a GSPD shirt. Thank you very much, Andrew. And then we head to Edwin over in Maryland with a Suzuki Gun shirt. and he would like to ask you, what is your favorite match that you've had in the United States?
アメリカでやった試合で忘れた。
I can't remember.
もうね、一生に一回しかアメリカ行かないなら覚えてるかもしれないけど、もう何度も何度も行ってアメリカどころか、ね、世界中いろんな国行ってるから、アメリカだから特別なこともないし、日本だからっていうのもないし、で世界中で俺が人殴るのを楽しみにしてる人がいっぱいいるんで、まあそれを見せれたら。
So there might be some wrestlers who only go to America once or twice in their careers, and that's one thing, but somebody that goes all over the world and wrestles all over the world and has the same kind of approach to every single one of his matches to beat up people and enjoy doing it, then there's not one match that particularly stands out. Up next, Christine over in Manitoba, Canada, with a Minoru Suzuki towel. She asks, what are the future plans for Minoru Suzuki?
目標、一番近いのは次の試合に勝つというのが、これはもうブレずに、次の試合いつだろう、次の試合、次に決まってる試合に全力で取り組むというのが今の目標かな。その先いろいろあるけど、そんなん今喋ってももったいないんだよ。
Absolutely great. So really the idea is to take each match as it comes. So first of all his focus is on fighting in the next match and winning the next match. After that, there's lots of things that Minoru Suzuki wants to do, but you know, wait and see for that.
まあ、あるとすればさっき言った2つの試合をぜひ実現させたいなとは思ってるけど。
So very first, the opponents we talked about. So Hulk Hogan and Mike Tyson. If you have Minoru Suzuki's number, please give us a call.
まあ2人ともぶっ飛ばしてやるけどね。
Okay, Matthew in Alberta, Canada. Your Suzuki Gun T-shirt. Thank you very much. And Lauren in New York with your Minoru Suzuki towel. Thank you. Let's head back over to Europe, and Dylan in Champagne in France has a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. And, oh, yeah, we've got a question from Dylan as well. Comment. Hope you win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. All my respect and admiration from one of your biggest fans, Dylan from France.
これ希望だよね。取ってくれってことだよね。まあ今チャンピオン誰？イブシですね。そうだね。ぜひ欲しいね。
最近お話題になっていますが、世界ヘビー級王者統一、それについてご意見ありますか？
何でもいいよ。統一だろうが何だろうが、俺の中で IWGP は IWGP というベルトができた時からたった一つなのね。それにどんな名前がつこうが関係ない。
Right, really, the World Heavyweight Championship is getting a lot of talk at the moment, but whatever name it has, the richest prize is the richest prize, and that's what we want.
ただね、IWGP 世界ヘビー級っていう名前自体が、この名前の付け方が日本人らしくていいなとは思ってる。いや正直言って何語だろうなとは思ってるけど、昭和の時代に IWGP という言葉ができて、インターナショナル、レスリンググランプリ、途中からフランス語になっちゃってるからでもそれにさらにワールドつけるんだよ。インターナショナルにワールドつけるんだからだからそんなこと言ったらもう物進まないんで、もう固有名詞ということで IWGP というニュージャパンのこのね最高峰のタイトルなので、これ取らないことには話前に進まないからね。もう名前なんか何でもいい。
そうですね。
なんなら菅林世界ヘビー級でもそれでもいい。俺は欲しいね。
The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. But the
訳せんのか？
訳
してみろ。
最後の方に来ますか。The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is a very Japanese style name to put into it because it's so international. It's an international mishmash. We're saying international, which is an English word, and then we're saying Grand Prix, which is French, and then we're putting world on top of it. But at the end of the day, the IWGP Championship represents that you are the best. And therefore, that's what everybody wants. It can be any name that you want it to be. Andrew Q over in Wisconsin has the Hatafu Tao. And he wants to know, what are your thoughts on Lance Archer recently?
活躍について頑張れぐらいだよね。あいつなんかね、家でかいんだよね。あいつプールとかも持ってるし、家遊び行きたいなとは思ってるけど。
Well, he wants him to continue doing his best, but really the main thing that strikes him, he's got a fantastic house with a lovely pool, and he'd love to visit once. Sometime soon.
10年一緒にやった、一緒にプロレスをやった、もうブラザーみたいなもんなんで、いつかまた一緒にやれたらいいなと思うし、もしかしたら対戦かもしれないし。
For anybody that's been with Suzuki for 10 years and a real brother in this business, so of course it would be great for the two to run into one another again sometime soon. Okay, let's head over to Cade from Delaware, the GSPD shirt, and he's a little bit of a different question. What's your favorite match that you've had in New Japan?
None.
None.
Okay. No.
Let's move on. Colin from Glasgow has a Suzuki Gun shirt.
さっきの質問正確に答えると、そういうことを持たないようにしてる。一番良かったのはこうだな、一番印象に残ってるのはあれだなっていう、その一回一回その過去を振り返るような記憶の持ち方をやめてはいい。そんなことはもう終わったものはしょうがないんで、終わったものは終わったもの、思い出とかいらない。
So really, it's to put that into a more full perspective. Minoru Suzuki is not the type to reflect on past matches or say that was good, that was bad. Everything that's in the past is already done. So let's stay in the present and look towards the future. Nicholas in Maine has a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. Thank you, Nicholas. And we're just past the bottom of the hour here. We want to remind everybody that all of this merch being signed is still available on Tokon Shop Global. Hit the link in the description below. While stocks last and while time lasts, we will get that signed for you. The Tokon Shop Global website is all in English, so if you are coming from Japan, please do your best. Umur from Berlin in Germany.
Oh, Germany.
And this is a difficult question. He knows you're a big One Piece fan.
Yes.
What devil fruit power would you like to have?
はあ、これはね、いろんなワンピース関連でいろいろ聞かれるけど、どの身を食いたいってことだよね。ゴムゴムの実。いや、主人公ルフィと同じ実が欲しい。ワンピースが好きになったのはルフィの言ったたった一言のセリフが子供の頃に俺が言った言葉と全く同じだったから好きになったんだけど、だから俺の中でルフィは俺なんで、とりあえずあいつがそれを持ってんなら俺にもよこせと。
So there's something about One Piece and specifically Luffy in One Piece that really speaks to the child inside from Minoru Suzuki. So that's always what he wants to do. He'll always agree with Luffy, and Luffy wants the Gomu Gomu power. I don't know how you whether that's a different word.
ワンピース読めよお前。
奥さんが読んでます。
だから試合中に相手をこううわっと殴る 技があるんだけど、ちょっと連打をバーッとするときに、
はいはい、
心の中でゴムゴムのって毎回言ってるから心の中で誰も言わなくていいから俺の中では言ってる。
So the gomu gomu, the sort of extending hands and all the slaps when Suzuki is giving those open hand palm strikes to his opponents, that's very much with that image in mind of the gomu gomu power. Hopefully that goes across. Okay, William in North Carolina, a GSPD shirt. Thank you very much, William. And Lindsay in Florida, also a GSPD shirt. And Brian in New Jersey, that as well. Thank you very much. Wendy over in Georgia, she has a Minoru Suzuki towel, and she says, "Thank you very much. I hope I can visit Japan and meet you in person one day." And then we head to Brett in South Carolina for a Suzuki Gun shirt. And Justin in Pennsylvania with the Suzuki towel. Thanks, Justin. Next, we're going to head up to Edwin in New York with the Hatafu towel. He says, "Arigatou gozaimashita for being one of my favorite vicious wrestlers." He wants to know, what's the story of your unique haircuts? 髪の毛について、なんかどっかインスパイアされて
ます。以前はこう後ろにも毛があったんだけど、今はもう坊主にしちゃった。丸坊主にこうラインが入ってるだけ。インスパイアされてるのは今は特にないかな。こうイメージでマイカーにスイッチ入れると音が聞こえるんです。バリカンの音じゃないよ。もういいんじゃなくて、ヒューとかシャーとか、バーンとかその物の音が聞こえる時があるんで、それに沿ってやる。何言ってるか分かんないだからヒューっていうと多分試合のイメージで、ヒューはきっと風のイメージ、バーンは爆弾とか、拳銃とかそういうイメージだと、なんとなくそれをじーっと頭見てるとその絵が浮かんでくるんで、それに沿ってこうやってやってるだけだから意味は特にないけどね。
So he used to grow out the back of his hair. Right now it's shaved. There's nothing specific inspiring the current haircuts, but it's almost like seeing sounds. I can't remember what the word for that is even in English, but when the sound of an image, sound of wind that might inspire a certain design, a certain pattern, the sound of a gunshot, the sound of something violent, that would create a specific image that gets shaved into the hair there.
絵を描いてるのと同じ。
It's just the
こういうところにこうやって絵を描いてるのと同じように描いてるだけだから意味はないよ。
Okay, so next we're going to head over to Christopher over in Oldham in the UK. He's bought both a flag towel and a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. So thank you for your legendary career. How does it feel to know so many of your matches can be found online now as opposed to VHS tapes?
何を言いたいのこの人。
それはなんか昔
VHS が主流でした。オンラインテクノロジーをどう思われますか？
けどなんか今 YouTube など新日本プロレスワールドももちろんですけど、なんかすぐ鈴木選手の試合見たいとすぐパッと出てきますよね。で昔は全部 VHS とか時間がかかりますし、
時代が変わったんだから、それに合わせて自分の生活とか自分の考え方をどんどん変えてるから、俺は特に戸惑いはないけども、俺と同世代とかもしくは結構年いった人なんかだと、いやパソコンわかんないよとかインターネットわかんないよとか言ってる人はどんどん時代に置いていかれるから、もうそういうことのないように新しいものに手つけるようにはしてる。知らないこと割とない。 使えないものもないかな。もう家帰ると全てデジタル化なんで、こんないいんじゃねえかな。この先もっと進めばいいのにね。こうなんかコーラ飲みてえなと思ったらパッと出てくるとかテレパシーでねコーヒー飲みたいなと。今完全に俺スタッフに言ってますけどコーヒー飲みてえなって言ったらパッと出てきたらそういう時代になればいいなと思ってます。
ドラえもんがyeah, so I mean, Minoru Suzuki's always want to change with the times. If you don't change with the times, then you get left behind. So he's a very digital person, doesn't get the people that get left behind and not understanding technology. He'd like things to go all the further and just dream up whatever item he wants to come into his hand here.
あれだよね、2021年ちょうどバックトゥーザフューチャーの未来の時間がこのぐらいだよね。
はいはい。
それともうすぐドラえもんの世界あれは30年40年とかなはずなんで、もうすぐなるんでちょっと遅れてるね、時代がね。もうちょっと進めようか。
We have to get moving. We're already in the Back to the Future era, so we should have little Doraemons and robots to tend to every whim. Okay, so let's head over to Angela in Delaware with the Suzuki Gun T-shirt, an early birthday present for her boyfriend. So thank you to Minoru Suzuki.
いいな。彼氏のプレゼントか。そうか。
That's going up on there. So what? We can see that on the camera there. Can you show the camera there? Wow, happy birthday right in there for you. So fantastic stuff. おっ、出てきました。
この日が出てきた。時代は進んでるね。素晴らしい。
Okay, Yuri in Maryland has pre-ordered a Godstar Pile Driver shirt. Thank you very much. And then Patrick in Massachusetts, the flag style towel.
マサチューセッツってどっちの方にあるんだろう。行ったことないけど。
北の方へ。ニューヨーク
よりもっと上。東の方。
Then we're going to head back to Germany. Norwin in Bonn. He's ordered a GSPD t-shirt and also a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. And he says, which wrestler do you respect the most?
尊敬してる。あんまり人のこと尊敬しないんだよ。
This might be an obvious answer, but Minoru Suzuki doesn't respect very many people.
心の中にもちろんいるけれども、今海外の状態がどういうのかわからないけど、日本の若者がすごく簡単に、リスペクトという英語を日本語の代わりに使うんだけど、それがすごく嫌で、俺リスペクトとかいや絶対してないでしょ。絶対してないのにそういう言葉がかっこいいから使うの。俺それが大嫌いだから、尊敬というのは俺の心の中にあるだけで、誰かに言うことではないと思ってるんで。もちろんいるけどね。
I mean, that's not to say that there isn't someone that Minoru Suzuki respects, but that's all an internal thing. And recently, like the word respect, certainly in Japanese, translated loosely into English, has become kind of cheap, and it's something that's said very, very easily. But respect is something much more important than that. Let's see here. Candice in San Francisco, thank you for picking up a Suzuki Gun t-shirt.
名前じゃねえな。
Let's head down to Alabama and Paul. Minoru Suzuki towel. Thank you very much. time is getting on here, but you can still make your purchase if you hurry. Hit the link in the description below on Tokon Shop Global and pick up your merchandise. Even if we don't get to your question or your name, everything will be signed until we say it's not. So now we're going to head to Australia. Tim in New South Wales.
オーストラリア以前オーストラリアに試合をしに行って、その時もね変わらずみんながこう風になれとか合唱してくれたんで、また行きたいなと。
Minoru Suzuki had a match in Australia fairly recently, and just like everywhere, he goes all the way around the world. Everybody joining in with Kazin and Ale. So hopefully we'll be able to yell that and not just clap sometime soon. Tom in New York, the Minoru Suzuki towel. And speaking of towels, a question about towels. You kind of started the trend of wearing a towel on your head during your entrances. So how do you feel about other people doing that kind of style in their entrance?
タオルをかぶる人が真似してるの、いやまあ人の真似は所詮真似だけどね。これももともと本当は首から下げてただ行こうと思ったんだけども、その日テレビカメラがそのバックステージまで入ってきてずっと俺の顔を映像で撮ってたんでよくからそれがすごく嫌でうるさいなっつってかぶってそのままリングに行っちゃったのが一番最初だからうるさいなもう俺はもう試合に集中したいんだっつってタオルをかぶってだから自分の体の中に閉じこもってでも対戦相手だけ見えるというスタイルなのかもしれない。だから試合の時すごく集中ができるから周りの一切のことをシャットアウトしてこの、ね、タオルの隙間から今から戦う人間だけが見えるというスタイルなのでそれを外から見てかっこいいとして真似するのは、俺のただの真似だからあくまでもそれはただの猿真似なんで俺は心の中から出てきたスタイルだから別にいいかな。
So the story behind that style of entrance was actually in one of his early matches. There was a camera crew following him around and constantly focusing on his face and seeing what was going through his mind before his matches, and he thought that was really annoying. So he pulled the towel over his head so the camera couldn't pick him up, and then walked out just the same way, but I've still got to look at my opponent and see where I'm going. So he just, the face kind of peeping out there. But that became something that was that helped to focus everything, all of his energy on his opponent there. But when it comes to other people copying that style, monkey see, monkey do. Okay, so next we have Patrick over in Florida. Thank you for your Suzuki bath towel. You've had such a long and storied career. What one thing have you done that you would like to be remembered for?
プロレスのキャリアの中で一番印象的な出来事一番なんかいろんなことがありすぎてどれが一番かわからないかもしれないだって考えてみたらもう30数年それこそまだアントニオ猪木さんが現役でやってた時代からその後の新日本でいうと闘魂三重士のプロレスブームも経験してきてもちろん自分の UWF の社会的ブームというのも経験してきて格闘技ブームが日本には起きてでその頃自分で独立のプロモーション作ってとかいろいろあるから、どれも印象的だしあとあれだ一番というかそういうことをあんまり考えないようにして生きてるかも。どれが一番印象的だったどれが一番良かったとかっていう過去を振り返りながら生きてると未来に行けない気がするんでもうなんかさっさと隠居生活して昔を振り返るじじいになりたくないからちっちゃな子供みたいに明日こうなりたい、将来こうなりたいっていうことばっかり考えてる今も もうすぐ53ではあるけど。
Yeah, so I mean, so much he's done so much over the last 30 years. When he started wrestling, of course, Antonio Inoki was still very much active, and then pro wrestling went through its boom with the Three Musketeers. Of course, UWF became very popular, MMA became very popular. Suzuki helped start Pancras and everything. There's so many things that he's done that it's difficult to pick one, but more importantly, he's not the type to pick out one specific memory, because once you do that, you kind of become an old man, and it's much better to, even at 53, have that childish viewpoint of I want to do this, I want to do that, and think about the future instead of the past. Let's
こん
see.
なすぐに訳せるもんなのね。もう合ってる。合ってる。結構合ってる。結構合ってる。
Nicole in New Jersey, thank you for your Suzuki bath towel. And then Richard in North Carolina. My goodness, thank you, by the way, for over 1,000 people right now on the live stream. Popular over here. And then Richard in North Carolina has picked up a GSPDT, but we've got one more. There we go. And
まあ1000人も暇なやつがいるってことだな。大丈夫、もうすぐ、こういう世界的なね問題もきっと終わるだろうから、もうすぐお前らのね町まで行くから、もう少しだけ待つ。
Yeah, there's a lot of people with a lot of time on their hands, but pretty soon we'll be able to get to your town and see you directly. Chara in New York has a Suzuki towel and a flag towel, and they want to know what personal philosophies, what personal ideas have you used during hard times, and if there's anybody going through a tough time right now with COVID or anything else, what advice do you have for them?
特別なことを迷ったり苦しんでる。いや、誰かに何かアドバイスすることはあんまりないけど、自分が苦しいとかしんどいとか困ってるとか、頭がおかしくなりそうだっていうふうな悩んだこともたくさんあるけど、一番は俺の人生これで終わりじゃないっていつも思ってる。その苦しんだり悩んだりダメだったりした時ってこういろんなものがこう下がってる時でしょ。その時に俺の人生これで終わりじゃないといつもこの先いいことがあるためにで、漫画とかドラマだとこうちょうどねハッピーエンドになる前必ずこうなるじゃん。その部分だと思って暮らしてるかも。
So it's kind of difficult to give people advice because everybody lives their life differently. But for him himself, just like every movie has a happy ending in the end, the important thing is to say that things aren't over at this specific point. It might be down now, but there'll definitely be something better coming up. So chin up there. Next up, I hope I don't butcher your name, Ru Shun in Minnesota. And that's a Suzuki Bin t-shirt. Thank you very much, Ru Shun. And Anthony in Missouri has a flag style towel. Let's head on to Wade in North Dakota. Another flag style towel. Thank you very much, Wade. We're really up against it. There's just a little bit more time left. If you still want any of this goods, everything today will be signed, so head over to Tokon Shop Global. The link is in the description below. Anthony in New Jersey, thank you for your Minoru Suzuki towel. Next, back to Japan. Hiroshima, Soshi.
広島
T-shirts. Soshi-san, ありがとうございます。
日本からってこと
日本からですね。はい。
でも発送アメリカからすんのこれ
ですよね。
送料高えなおい送料高いな
Sean in Wisconsin, Suzuki Tao. Thank you very much, Sean. And next, Dante in Maryland. There's a Minoru Suzuki Tao. And staying in Maryland, Michael with the Suzuki gun. With Minoru Suzuki Tao. What happened here? Oh,
何かが起きた映ったそれ誰かがそこで踏んだってことだよね
Nice in the machine. Tracy in Iowa has picked herself up a GSPD shirt. Thank you very much, Tracy. And then we go to Tokushima, Kodai. Kodai-san, ありがとうございます。Suzuki Gun T-shirts.
徳島日本人ってことだよね日本からだよね
日本人ですよ
送料高いぞおいアメリカから送るからぜひね鈴木軍と鈴木みのるグッズは原宿の方で売ってるんで原宿
また日本北海道高弘さんじゃあまず質問予約しますコメントですね I always look forward to seeing you in your matches or at the venues I'm pulling for you to win the IWGP World Heavyweight title
これ日本人の
で次 Craig in Glasgow, ScotlandそうですねWhat was it like wrestling in the Copper Box in London in the main event of Royal Quest 2019? For him it was his favorite match of all time to see live but Minoru Suzuki versus Kazuchika
いや負けたから悔しいしか残ってないけど悔しいねやっぱ試合はデビューしてから今まで全ての試合でどうやったら勝てるかなと思って試合をしてきて負けてよかったなとか試合できてよかったななんて思ったことは一度たりともないから負けた試合はとにかく悔しい今まで、負けたけど充実してましたなんてことは俺の中にはないそんなバカな俺思い出作るために戦ってないから相手に勝つために試合をしてるんで、悔しい今度ロンドンでまた試合があるときは、岡田であろうとそれが誰であろうとぶっ飛ばしてやっぱ勝ちたいね
At the end of the day, he lost the match, so he doesn't have particularly good memories of that. Ever since he started his career, Minoru Suzuki has been about thinking about winning every match, and so it isn't about creating a memory for the fans so much as getting the W. So if he doesn't get the W, there's no happy memories there. Bruce in Nebraska, thank you for your GSPD shirt. And then Jessica in California with her flag style towel, she wants to know how many pairs of socks you own?
How many? 今はどのくらい？今はそんなに持ってない、50足ぐらいじゃない。次々に新しいのが出るからスタンスっていうソックスは年間に3000種類ぐらい出るらしいんだよねその中から自分が履きたいなと思うものを チョイスして履いてるから、年間でぐるぐるぐるぐる入れ替えてるからわからない。今キープしてそこにあるのは50足ぐらいになるから、今日はキャプテンアメリカって抜いてきてるだけだから。
So probably don't know, maybe about 50. Stance put out 3,000 pairs of socks every year, so there's so many that they just go in a rotation, and he picks out which ones he wants to wear. And today was Captain America.
人によってはさ、靴下なんて誰からも見えないからどうでもいい場所。靴下とか、あとパンツ、下着とか、本当どうでもいい。どうせだったら見えるものにお金かけた方がいいんじゃないかって思うぐらいどうでもいい場所だけど、そこ見えるところだけ気使って見えないところだから、3日間同じの履いてるっていう人も世の中たくさん多すぎて、自分もそういう人間だったんだけど、そこを気つけると何かが変わった気がする。
He always used to think that maybe, hey, nobody looks at your socks. It's just like your pants, where very few people will see them. So there are lots of people that wear the same socks every day. But there was something that a little switch flipped in terms of taking care of the different socks he wears every day. Oscar in Florida, thank you for your Suzuki Gun T-shirt.
さっきのね、靴下の話で。俺は下着と同じだと思ってるんで、下着そのパンツと一緒だと思ってるんで、いや男なら分かると思うんだよ。女の子をやっと口説いて連れてって、よしいい感じになったぞと思って脱がしてヨレヨレパンツだったら嫌でしょ。あと逆もそう、女の子もうわ素敵だなこの人と思っていい感じになって、さあその瞬間ってなった時にゴム伸びてるわ、シミだらけだわ、嫌じゃないそれ。かっこいいのやっぱり。そこに来てるかどうかってやっぱちょっと違うなという意識は俺の中にはある。
It should all be about the resolve that you have. If you wear the same pair of pants every day, then if there's any moment that you do get lucky, you don't want to turn away that special someone in your life as soon as you drop trousers. So you should take care of yourself. Elmer in Texas, thank you for your Suzuki towel and your GSPD shirts.
No, side.
The towel is.
Thank you.
Jonathan in Illinois, thank you for your flag towel. There is a very, very little time remaining. Make sure you head over to Tokon Shop Global. The link is in the description below. Just a few more minutes to pick up your purchases before we run out of time here. Christian in California, Minoru Suzuki towel. Thank you, Christian.
Japan 日本のね人も見てくれてるみたいだけど、画面じゃ絶対わからないけど、このカメラの向こう側スタッフがもうバタバタ大騒ぎになってる。
It's a big operation. We have a fantastic dedicated staff here. Susan in Ontario, Canada, a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. Thank you very much, Susan. And then we head to Jacob in Massachusetts with the flag towel. He wants to know who's your favorite One Piece character. They want to know Luffyですね。
ルフィ。そのままだな。よくね、こんな話をしてると、いい年したおっさんがなんで漫画の話してんだよなんてよく言われること多いんだよね。だけど俺のそのレスリングの先生でカール・ゴッチさんという方がいて、 俺が出会った時点でもう68歳69歳だったけど、その人が言ったのが年齢はどんどん年重ねてどんどん年は取ると、けれど年寄りになる必要ないんだよ。70歳になったからって杖つかなきゃいけないわけじゃない、車椅子に乗らなきゃいけないわけじゃない、年齢を年を取るということは老いていくんではなくて年を重ねるんだって教わったことが。意味わかる？これ英語にできるのかな？英語で聞いたものを今日本語で喋ってまた英語に戻すけど。
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a lot of people might wonder why does Minoru Suzuki, at the age and the experience that he has, talk about things like anime, manga, One Piece, and things like that. And it comes back to what Karl Gotch said. And when Suzuki first met Karl Gotch, he was already 68, 69. And Karl Gotch would say that age is just a number and it accumulates. But that isn't a rule as to how you should live your life. Nobody's saying that once you get to 70 you should have a cane or you should be in a wheelchair. That's nothing to do with with how you live your life. It's just a number that goes up and accumulates. Andrew in Pennsylvania with the Suzuki bath towel. He would like to know, what kind of exercises do you do to keep up footwork in the ring?
Secret.
It's a secret.
もちろんある。特別な練習方法はある。でもシークレット。まあ言ったところできっと誰もできない。誰もできない。長い時間かかるから。それを10回やったからできるわけではないから。毎日毎日ずーっとやり続けて何十年も経ってるから今できるだけであって。だから言うだけちょっと無駄な気がするから。
It's all secret and you probably wouldn't be able to keep up with training even if you could, because it's something that he's done just as a matter of routine for so many years and so many hours, that it's something specific and particular to Mr. Suzuki. Gerald in California, thank you for your Suzuki Gun t-shirt. And we would like to tell you that we are very, very short on time, so this is absolutely your last chance to pick up merchandise to get signed. So make sure you hop on the Tokon Shop Global link in the description below. Where are we at here? Eugene in Pennsylvania, Suzuki t-shirt. And Kohei in Sendai. Kohei-san.
Sendai.
2 Minoru Suzuki towels. His and hers.
いやこれ仙台の公平普通に買った方が安いぞ。いや値段じゃないんだろうな。このイベントに参加したいっていうのが多分あるだろうな。ちゃんとアメリカ経由で届くんで。
Peter in Colorado. Off that. Peter in Colorado has a Suzuki Gun t-shirt. Thank you, Peter. And Jacob in New Jersey has a GSPD shirt. Okay, and then James from New York. This is probably a good thing to end it with, the Minoru Suzuki towel. And what do you feel is the most important thing in life?
大事なこと、人生にとって一番大事なこと、なんだろうな。大事なこと。なんだろう。でも 戦い続けることかもしれないね。諦めることも、もうドロップアウトしてやめてしまうこともいつでもできてしまう状況だけども、これから先、俺が60歳になっても70歳になっても100歳200歳300歳になっても戦い続けよう、俺は負けないぞっていう気持ちを持ち続けるっていうのが一番大事かなと思ってるけど、諦めたらね、そこで試合終了って昔の日本の漫画家が残した有名な言葉がね、安西先生の言葉だよね。はい、知らないでしょ。安西先生知らないの。スラムダンクの。
ああ、
知らないでしょ。
奥さんもすごく好き。
奥さんにしてくれた。安西先生の名言、諦めたらそこで試合終了。いや本当にそうは思うね。漫画をたくさん読むから、よその国行くと漫画って子供のもので、日本でも古い人たちはみんなね、漫画自体が子供のものって思ってるけど、でも日本が世界に誇れる文化だと思ってるんで、別に大人になって読んでもいいのかなと思ってる。今も読んでるしね、毎週ジャンプ買ってます少年ジャンプをいまだにもう40年以上買ってんじゃないかな初めて買ったの10歳ぐらいだからね、お小遣いを貯めて。
So the most important thing in life is to keep fighting, and once you quit or drop out of the fight, then the whole thing's over. So he wants to keep going until he's 60 years, he's 70 years, 100 years old, 200 years old, 300 years old, just to keep fighting and to borrow something from manga, because it's been buying Weekly Jump every week for the last 40 years at this point, but to quote something from Slam Dunk, that as soon as you quit, that's when the match ends. So the most important thing is to hang in there. じゃあもう時間になりましたので、本日ありがとうございます。もう最後にファンへのメッセージ。
メッセージ、それぞれの国だから誰が見てるかよくわからないけども、アメリカなのか、さっきはオーストラリアもいたし、ヨーロッパの方もいたし、もう世界中でね、鈴木みのるを待ってる人たちがいるんで、さっさとこのね、コロナ騒動も収まってもらって、また世界中を旅して、世界中の相手と対戦しながらプロレスを見せていきたいなと思ってます。はい、あ、そうそう、あとハルク・ホーガンとマイク・タイソン覚えとけよお前らぶっ飛ばしてやるから全く知らない人間にこんなこと言われたら
So there are some fans, we've had fans, so many great fans from all around the world here today, and you know, a lot of people that are waiting to see Minoru Suzuki live and in living color and in person, and that day is coming soon, so please be patient, and as soon as this whole pandemic is over, then Minoru Suzuki will be terrorizing your town very, very soon. So that, and as well, Hulk Hogan and Mike Tyson, get ready, because it's going to beat the hell out of you. Really. So yeah, thank you to everybody that picked up stuff today. I know we couldn't get to all of your names and all of your questions, but we absolutely promise that Minoru Suzuki will sign every single purchase here today, and all the pre-orders as well, and those will be getting out to you very, very soon. So thank you all the way around the world. Thank you for your purchases. Thank you for being in YouTube Live. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for continuing to support New Japan Pro Wrestling and Minoru Suzuki. Until next time, ありがとうございました。さよなら。
はい、Thank you.